It's very good to be with you again, and I want to begin by thanking you all for keeping in touch not only with each other but also with Columba 1400 and with me personally, because I've received so many beautiful texts and messages from you all in relation to The Spirit of Success, a book which I gather has been of great help and support and comfort to you, not just during lockdown, but also as we do our best together to come out and through lockdown. Those three questions in The Spirit of Success of who are you? Do you really know who you are? Why you're living and working in the way that you are or not? Or the third question, what else might you yet do with the rest of your life? It's a great privilege as a writer, an author, and a speaker if even one person finds something that you've said or written to be of use and help to them in their life's journey to influence and inspire them. And I am so, so grateful for that opportunity when it does arise. I remember speaking in Australia some years ago and was interviewed by ABC, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation. And it was a kind of magazine show that seemed to go on for a long time. And I was asked by the presenter, a well-known presenter, those three questions you have, Mr. Drummond, of, who are you and why are you living? I can do the first two, but the third, what else, she said, what else? I've got so busy in my life. What else might I yet do with my life when I'm so busy already? And I've been thinking a lot of you all out there in these changeable times of different demands, and you have at your heart what is best for your children, and yet various injunctions, if not instructions, come at different times, and we're now on to an ever-changing path, it would seem to be. And you're perfectly entitled in the humanity that we all share to say, what else? What else? In The Spirit of Success, there's a very helpful passage written not by me, but written by Oriah Mountain Dreamer, a poem called The Invitation, a Native American prayer, the First Nations sayings. And two of those sayings seem to me to be of help at the moment to all the things that you're dealing with and all that you're confronting and needing to change and challenge and to inspire. The first is, I want to know, the invitation, I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. And the second invitation is, I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary, bruised to the bone, and still do what needs to be done for the children. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary, bruised to the bone, and still do what needs to be done for the children. Those two invitations within Oriah Mountain Dreamer's invitation seem to me to encapsulate my admiration for you, for all that you in your leadership responsibilities, your values-based leadership responsibilities, are doing for our country, for our children, for the children's children of future generations. You're answering those calls, those invitations. It's by your values-based leadership that you show not just that you're there for others, but that you will be right on till the end of the road. You will keep right on to the end of the road. And sometimes we don't really know. Sometimes we don't feel secure at times like these. Sometimes we're as unsure as the next person. But it's by our trust, our respect, and our reassurance of others that we can bring them with us and that all will indeed be well. We will be able to keep right on to the end of the road. Now, keep right on to the end of the road, for most Scots, takes you back to Harry Lauder, Sir Harry Lauder. He it was who was known by Sir Winston Churchill, no less, as Scotland's greatest ever ambassador. He it was who had the first personal train for an entertainer that went around all the states of United States of America. And it took some 50 years later before the Beatles became the second group of people to have their own personal train going round the United States of America. What isn't so widely known was that on the 28th of December in 1916, Sir Harry Lauder was playing a show in London at the theatre when he received a telegram to say that his son, Captain John Lauder, of the 8th Battalion of the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders, had been killed. Harry Lauder elected that the show must go on, and he played that night. He played his heart out, and no one in that audience would have known of what he was dealing with in those particularly taxing, perplexing, deeply saddening circumstances. Keep Right On to the End of the Road, however, was written a few weeks later when he began to reflect on his life. And some of you will remember the phrases that come from Keep Right On to the End of the Road. Every road through life is a long, long road, wrote Sir Harry Lauder, filled with joys and sorrows too. So let courage every day be your guiding star always. He goes on to say, though the way be long, let your heart be strong. Keep right on round the bend. Though you're tired and weary, still journey on, till you come to your happy abode, where all you love and have been dreaming of will be there at the end of the road. I know that each and every one of you will find a resonance in your soul, a resonance in your heart that will keep you right on to the end of the road. And please remember that we and all your fellow Columbans, we are with you not only at the end of the road, but also throughout the journey and beyond. We'll be there for you and all those in your charge and care, and as far as we're able. So please keep in touch, and remember that when the journey's over, we'll be able to look back and say that we never, ever let our generation down.